free and even scrimmed since then as an answer into certain majors on mid lane, Karthus in particular, seeing it.
And well, likely will end up going down here. A little bit of damage back on Turadote. An absolute splash, but not enough for Brunas to get there with the safeguard. Sonic Wave going to be thrown out, but probably more just to try to get this wave shoved in.
Brunas went for the blue instead of escorting the lane on bot first. He did go for the Gromp, he did get it for them.
Good response. Tiger backs all the way up, but now he's going to lose a pretty big wave because of it. Plate also goes over solo the crown shot, and he is just going to farm away.
When you do that, that's why your answers to an Aphelios are heavy range. That was not range that you met right there. What you met was the full fury of crown shot. A phenomenal lady carry player, has been for many, many years, even in the French scene where he
leaderboards for the most MVPs in the LFL, but that gold lead starting to get out of hand. Second Dragon
got advantages for his team. Great performance from a champion that we don't normally think about as a highlight champion, right?
Certainly the case, and now tower will go down. 2 towers on the board.
Yep.
Here for BDSA, running away. So much in the top lane, things have been at least decently even, but throughout everything else, there is a very nice lead to have at this 15-minute mark. Ground shot down! Verdote is down! Team Oplon, they'll find a successful fight.
Really sure. You're getting really fed, but you're not spending that money on tank items, my friend. If you get caught out, OPL can still do something to you, and they were actually able to eliminate him in that fight. Absolutely huge for them. A breath of life in an OPL game versus a team that many people are looking to be, including myself, a top contender, BDS. Let's see if they can find it again. That's a little bit more time alive than he otherwise would have had. That was definitely going to be a trade kill by Gwen against 4 people. Arguable whether you'd prefer that on Gwen or on Crown Shot right now. Aphelios does need to be able to do a lot in these fights because everyone else, they kind of have a range issue going into the opponents. Arguably Aphelios does as well, but he has to trade much less HP. Said, okay, Fresh Lantern is down, definitely not going to take this Q, and Brunes's hand only heard Q. Going straight in there, setting up the Fresh for the all-in, and then BDS are able to get Balan off of that misplay. Dalek here trying to contest, but nothing's really going to come of it. Oh, no.
You never know. And one, hook is going to land here onto Dalek, and now the Shadow Surge in the back. They take down Brunes, reset City here, but it's going to be a lockdown. Chain CC, and now Tiger getting excited. Will get a couple kills back, so aggressive play for BDSA, and they will be punished, but aggressive view on the sideline, getting work done.
Okay, 900 gold picked up there by Aggressivo for his team, but you can see the issues they have playing into the range of OPL, and hats off to Tiger and Peng, they played that well. Zico just teleporting right in front of them here. Somehow it's Shio that goes out for that, though. He sees displacement gone. He didn't quite pin Brunes. He thought he could get it to the turret, but Brunes just about didn't get hit there. Displaces Shio into the team, and you see Crown Shot moving up, but he can never reach this Victor. He can never reach this Jinx. Vex sees the opportunity to go in, immediately finds himself in the Victor W, and mid. They're going to go for the inhibitor here. They're getting the Drake at the same time, and that's Soul for the side of BDS. Now it's much harder for OPL that ultimately want these long drawn-out fights to do much to them with that Ocean Soul.
And not unfamiliar territory here for Team Oplon. 10,000 gold down, heading into the late game here for us. Long 2.5 here for Zico, and now you have to deal with Aggressivu on the side lanes, who's going to be a menace or can also look for these angles into the team fight. But this is looking a little bit grim here. Losing the mid lane inhibitor, can only imagine that they'll start to take away all the vision here in the jungle. How does Brutus get in here? I mean, this steadfast presence is going to stop him in his tracks, but there's the flash engage. Brutus in a bit of trouble, able to kite it out. They do get on ground shot, but no one's with Absolute on the side. As Shio goes all the way in, buys a ton of time. Meanwhile, ground shot's been able to take down one. Moving in here, Aggressivu has to be a little bit careful, but it's able to kite away. The Ocean Soul still very much active. They'll take down a third inhibitor, set up with the wave. Team on
HP, and the Ocean Soul heal coming in clutch to save him from the burn. If that was a reset on Jinx, that teamfight could have gone very different, like the previous teamfights did, but right there, the power of the map control that they had trolled Crownshot a bit there. The power of the map control that they had earlier came into play. All of these Drakes have been skilled by them. They're looking at much more effective HP than they might define it, or it might even be too late to think about that.
Been able to farm up a lot of these waves, and no more waves are going. Brunes will take down the 80 carry, but it does not matter. Too many members stand strong for the side of BDSA, and they will finally end the losing streak at 3 as they'll take down the Nexus.
Zico gave his life at the end of it. He gave it to displace 5 players and give the win over to BDS there. Looks like maybe there could be an opportunity for Oplon insofar as opportunities for Oplon look for the rest of the split, but ultimately they weren't able to capitalize on any of them enough to try to